Part grappler, part rushdown. Laura is a very unique character in Street Fighter V. While she lacks reliable hit confirms and has trouble fighting at range, Laura can be an absolute nightmare if you find yourself cornered against her amazing pressure and mix-up potential. Laura has a wide array of normals to use in multiple situations, but unfortunately they don't really link into one another. In fact, her only reliable link is her forward heavy punch into standing light kick, and forward heavy punch has an extremely long startup, so don't expect to make this a major part of your arsenal. However, her normals are almost universally safe on block. Her best pokes are standing medium kick, crouching medium kick, and standing heavy kick. Standing medium kick in particular has deceptively long range and is a great move to use to keep your opponent in check. While neither are special cancelable, standing medium kick can be cancelled into Laura's V skills, while standing heavy kick can be cancelled into Laura's V trigger, so they both can give you great offensive potential, especially if the standing heavy kick happens to land as a crush counter. So far as cancelable normals go, you will most likely be relying on her standing medium punch, crouching medium punch, and standing heavy punch. Both standing heavy punch and crouching heavy punch have some remarkable range to them, but you'll likely want to be using her standing heavy punch more since it has crush counter potential. A counter hit standing medium punch can link to her crouching medium punch, a very useful link on counter hit that has damage and setup potential. Standing light kick is noteworthy as well, as it can also link into light punch bolt charge and has only 4 frames of startup. This will very often be your best simple punish to blocked normals and will get you in close right where you want Laura to be at all times. Standing medium punch is your go-to anti-air for Laura's normals. It reaches very high and can be V-skill cancelled, giving you mix-up potential off of a simple anti-air. Laura's jumping medium kick is a far-reaching normal for an air normal and an extremely solid cross-up. Jumping heavy punch is great for air-to-air hits. Laura's special moves are as versatile as they come, with every version of her specials having a specific part to play in her offense. It's here that we start to understand just how complex Laura's tools really are. Light Punch Bolt Charge will be your go-to special move for offensive pressure, as it is only -2 on block and keeps Laura right up close to the opponent. Using this move to condition your opponent into blocking or neutral jumping is a huge part of Laura's offense, but trying to throw out a normal after this move can be dangerous, as a smart opponent will usually throw out a light punch or light kick to try to counter hit you. Medium Punch Bolt Charge is the one you want to use if you absolutely can confirm the special, as this is the version of her special that can lead to one of 2 follow-ups: Split River by pressing punch, or Rodeo Break by pressing kick. Split River is great if you're trying to get out of the corner, letting you switch sides with the opponent, while Rodeo Break will keep you on the same side and ready for further pressure. Heavy Punch Bolt Charge is one of the best anti-air special moves in Street Fighter V, and an ender to some of Laura's most damaging combos. Having this move at the ready should always be part of the mindset of a smart Laura player. EX Bolt Charge is another very strong tool in Laura's arsenal. It acts like a long-range version of the Medium Punch Bolt Charge, complete with follow-up. However, most importantly, is that the move gains 1 hit of armor, making it her go-to tool to blast through fireballs or pokes and instantly close the gap at mid-range. Heavy Punch Thunderclap will be the version of this move you use the most, as it travels the furthest and also moves Laura forward a significant amount. While you won't win a fireball war with it, you can close a surprising amount of ground using it. It, along with all three versions of the move, can be charged by holding down the punch button to last longer and hit up to 3 times. Medium Punch Thunderclap may not move Laura forward as much or travel as far, but this is the version that is useful in the corner. You will want to use this after a reset in the corner with the button held for just an instant longer than normal to ensure you do not cross under. Light Punch Thunderclap barely moves at all and is best used as a trap for your opponents. Using it at the end of a block string can lead to your opponent being stuck in a block at close range, or could catch a poke of theirs, leading to combo potential. EX Thunderclap is another of Laura's greatest tools. This puts your opponent into a mid-air juggleable state, which you can hit a heavy punch bolt charge out of, or use a normal to reset the opponent for mix-up potential. The core of Laura's offense, Sunset Wheel, is the goal of your offensive pressure. This command grab works the same way most do. Light Punch has the least damage but the most range, Medium Punch is a balance between the two, and Heavy Punch has the most damage but the least range. While it has more range, don't expect Light Punch Sunset Wheel to have anything close to the range that Zangief's Light Punch SPD has. You still have to be quite close for it to work, approximately 1.5 times normal throw range. EX Sunset Wheel adds a small lunge to the startup of the throw, adding another way to quickly close distance to Laura's arsenal, but it has by far the longest startup and most recovery of all versions of Sunset Wheel. This move is best used on a quick standing opponent after a previous Sunset Wheel to catch them off guard in a second throw. Laura's critical art, the Inazuma Spin Hold, will likely be rarely seen, as she makes great use of her meter for EX moves. However, it can still be a great combo ender if you can finish out a round with it. It has a 6-frame startup and a small lunge at the start, so it can grab from deceptive range. Laura's V-Skill, or rather V-Skills, are a fantastic set of tools that will get you in for further pressure or mix up your opponent. Her main V-Skill, VOLTY line, is a long-reaching overhead which can be cancelled into from the majority of her normals. This is Laura's only overhead attack, but it deals a healthy 90 damage and has crush counter potential. Overuse of the move is very dangerous, as it's -7 on block and even 0 on hit, but it is a necessary part of her offense to keep the opponent from simply low blocking her entire offensive pressure. Laura also has 2 extra V-Skills, her linear movements. Linear Movement Avante is an incredibly fast forward dash that can be cancelled into from a ton of normals, which can trick your opponent into thinking they need to block the next attack, when instead you could instantly hit a Sunset Wheel or a normal throw to continue the pressure and move your opponent further towards the corner. Ikiva is a quick backdash which can be used to bait out moves to capitalize on, such as a Shoryuken or a command grab. Ikiva can even be instantly cancelled into an Avante to further confuse and pressure your opponent. If Medium Punch and Medium Kick are held after either movement, a VOLTY line will instantly happen at the end of the dash. Laura's V-Trigger, Spark Show, is a relatively basic V-Trigger, adding extra damage to Laura's special moves and VOLTY line. Most notable, though, is that the speed and distance of her Avante movement is significantly buffed, giving her even greater rushdown potential. This V-Trigger is best used as a part of a combo. as it is the key to Laura's biggest damage. Overall, your goal with Laura will be to keep in close and try to corner your opponent as quickly as possible. Once they are cornered, you can continue to pressure with your pokes, light punch bolt charge, and the occasional VOLTY line or Avante cancel to keep your opponent in defense, or catch an opponent trying to jump out of the corner. Again, Laura does not play the same way as the majority of the cast. You will not be looking for hit confirms. Instead, you will be looking to pressure your opponent into making an error, or capitalizing on block strings to get a sunset wheel off. Laura's damage output is tremendous for the few hits she tends to get on you. She needs just 2 or 3 good reads or guesses to take complete control of a round. Laura makes use of 2 target combos. Medium Punch Medium Kick, also known as Dual Crash, has limited use as you cannot cancel it into any specials or any versions of her V skills. It can be V-trigger cancelled though, so it makes for a good hit confirm off a jumping cross-up medium kick if you want to make sure you won't waste the trigger activation. This target combo also typically leaves your opponent within range of a light kick sunset wheel. Twist Barrage, forward heavy punch, is best used as a punish. The second hit of the combo is a launcher, which should always be followed up with a heavy punch bolt charge for maximum damage. If you want to give Laura a go, first condition yourself to use her light punch bolt charge on offense instead of medium punch. Yes, medium punch bolt charge has far more damage potential, but it is also a massive -7 on block, and thus easily punishable. You can visually distinguish between the two by the angle of Laura's elbow. Light punch aims towards the gut, while medium punch aims upward towards the neck or chin. Second, learn to mix up your offense between block strings and V-skill cancels without being too repetitive. Her V-skills can all leave her open to counterattack, especially VOLTY line, so switching them up properly is an absolute must for her offensive pressure. It can be very difficult to confirm damage with Laura off of a crush counter when heavy punch or heavy kick hits outside of point-blank range. Crouching medium kick is your best bet as it is fast enough and far-reaching enough, but all you will able to get off of it is a light punch bolt charge. But mix-up potential is still there. Laura's VOLTY line can crush counter as well, sending the opponent into a launch state that you can juggle them out of. Thank you all for watching, and please let us know who you'd like to see us cover in our next character guide. This has been Scan with GLHF TV.